Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, first job of the day is throttle cables for the GS. So this has got a push-pull cable to suit the carbs. And so I bought this Van Hill throttle cable kit, hoping there'd be enough in the kit to suit the twist grip I've got. And I was wrong. I've got to modify it. So, although the kit comes with plenty of parts, it is a good kit. There's just nothing that suits that with the way it is. Let's have a closer look. So obviously you get your outer cable, inner cable, then all these parts here. But the problem we've got is on the bottom of this twist grip is this part here. Let's flip that over so you can see. So that basically bolts that way, that's it. And then we've just got these slots. So there's absolutely nothing that suits that slot. These are all got threaded ends on. So obviously we can't put threads in a slot. So the ones that I want to use are these. Like I say, we've got all the adjusters on the carb end. So I want to keep the throttle end, obviously, because that's the bit you see, it's on show. I want to keep it nice and neat. So these bits would be ideal. And obviously that's not working with the setup it's got at the minute. So what I'm going to do, let's move some of this out of the way. I've got a bit of brass. Will that make it a steam pump bike if I'm using brass? So all I'm going to do is cut another one of these out and just drill holes in this one. So these fit into the holes. I don't know if you can see. I do apologise, the GoPros ain't that brilliant at close-up stuff. They start going out of focus. Well, ain't too bad, is it? I don't know. So instead of the slots, although I've drawn slots in here, I've just done that so I can get the centre of the hole. I'm going to drill holes that bit fits into, then butts up to this step in the tube. So it was just these that are coming out the bottom of the twist grip, and obviously the cables slot into them. But yeah, that will work. This bit's not going to work. And then we've got to trim all the cables down. As you can see, they are quite long, which is fair enough. Gives you plenty to mess about with. These are actually, at the moment, as long as the bike. You could actually attach that to your mate's bike following you and operate his throttle. So I'll probably be using about half of this, probably less than half actually. Well, there we go. We've got the adjusters on the carbs, which I want to fit to. Oh, I've also got a breather on the go. I'm just deciding where I'm going to terminate that and where I'm going to place it for it to look good. But we're going to take care of the throttle cables first. So yeah, I'm going to get this bit done first. Get that cut out and all dressed up nicely so it's nice and neat and matches all the shape of this, so it doesn't look like a hacked up piece of bodge up. So we'll get that done first, get the holes in, and then we'll start getting everything to size. We've got a selection of nipples here, so we'll pick out which ones are going to be best and get them attached to the inner cables as well when we've got it all the lengths measured out. Yeah, let's get on with cutting that out. Right, as you can see, I've got it all marked out. It's a shame that hole wasn't in the right place, because I would have obviously moved it to there and cut it out, but where that hole is falling would mean I'd have to trim that whole edge back So I'm going to start afresh down here and come right off the edge. So yeah, let's get on with that. Get it cut out and get it all dressed into shape. Slight interruption. It's a good interruption. We have a visitor. Blue. This is why. Right, Blue, what do you want today? Is it steak and chips or ham and cheese toasty? Ooh, might try one of them myself. Right. Your mate's brought these in. Gertrude has brought these in for you. Right. Let's have a go at the steak and chips. I'm sure that's most people's choice. It's gotta be. Mmm. You ain't gonna have them all in one sitting. We'll save some for later. Right. Well, he had most of them yesterday, to be honest. Well, him and Bodie. Bodie came up as well and I helped him out with them. Right, ham and cheese. High five. Nearly. High five. High five. Good lad. Good boy. There we go. That's worth a treat all day. You ever thought about chewing them? They're chewed. See, that's what happens. You daft dog. Chew. They're chews. You're supposed to chew. No, okay. Forget the chewing bit. One more, because you're actually inhaling them and choking. Will that do? Oh dear. You daft dog, ain't you? Right, we've got to do some grinding, so you probably don't want to sit there. Oh, I've got the other one out here now. Come on then. Right. Oh, let's put this camera down. We need two hands now. Come on then. You're a bit late to the party, Bodie. Good boys. See, Bodie chews them. Oh, I don't know. Last ones. Good boys. There we go. There we go, guys. Sorted. Right. Yeah, what I've done, I've sort of swollen these ends out a bit so they can't drop out, but they can still twist with the movement of the handlebars. And what I'll do now, we'll get the twist grip on, and then we'll start getting the outer cables cut to size. A little screw in there first. Just nip it up to keep it still while I'm working on it. There we go. Right. Next job, zero room for error. Cable length. So obviously this will go straight down and under the tank. Oh, by the way, the tank and the tail unit and everything, I've had an update, a few update photos sent me. It's looking fantastic. It really is. So it's, oh, I should be getting them back very soon. So everything is starting to drop into line. Obviously we're waiting for the tank and stuff, although with the update photos it's very, very close. Front forks, and by the time I've sort of tucking into the wiring, everything should be coming back, and we're all falling into line for a complete bike. I've also ordered, it was somebody, oh, sorry, I can't remember who you were. I get that many messages, notifications, and I am useless with them. I've said that before. Someone mentioned the Motor Gadget M button. So I did look that up, and yes, it's going to make the wiring in the handlebars really simple. They only work with the V2 Motor Gadget system and the Motor Gadget M Unit Blue. Luckily, this is a Motor Gadget M Unit Blue, so it'll work. Yeah, it literally had one wire coming out the handlebars, and it powers everything up with this little tube of magic that actually fits down the handlebars. Yeah, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I can't remember who mentioned it, but that is going to work out brilliant. Anything that makes the wiring simpler for me is a bonus. I've also, I have got wires. I've also ordered the whole bunch of wiring to do this thing, so I know I've got enough and it's all the correct size and stuff. So that's on its way as well. So yeah, I really will be tucking into the wiring very, very soon. Still waiting for grips and a couple of other things, I can't remember, but we've more or less got everything. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, outer cable. So if we get one sort of marked out and sorted. Oh, I'm missing a bit off that, hold on. We need one of them. That goes in there first, that goes on there. We'll be literally coming down. If I leave a bit of a hoop there to allow for the turning of the bars, that should do it. And I reckon, yeah, I know we've got oh god, it's coming off. We've definitely got enough room to go into the front of the tank. Definitely, I know that. Let's push that rubber over it, it'll hold it there, I think. So I'm just going to get the out. No, let's thread it through first. So I'm going to be constantly fighting it else. No, I think that's got to go. Someone's put a strap in the way, haven't they? That's the one. Straight down there like that. this side of the HT leads. That's the one. And enough of a loop there to allow for turning. We get a bit less. I ain't sure if that's going to be best going around the front of the forks. I think it will be. Around the front of the forks, that'll give it a bit more of a lazier loop where it goes in and goes behind the tank. So we're going to make sure the forks ain't pulling the cable. We'll see. I'm going to have a bit of a mess about with it till I start cutting things to size. Okay, it's that weird guy popping up in the corner again. So yesterday I had yet more sound problems. It turns out I seem to have a problem with the plug on the receiver on the microphone. Something else to sort out. Along with another major catastrophe yesterday, literally the wheels fell off my day. Anyway, I'll explain that in the end of this video. It's one of them. So here you can see I'm cutting through the outer cables. I do it with the grinder. It's just easier just to nip through rather than trying to snip them. The steel coiling in them cables is rock hard, and normally end up you making a right mess of it as you try and snip through them. That's what I find anyway. So I'll get these on the bike, and then I've got the inner cables in, but I've left the inner cables at the full length that they came in. I'm sliding the nipples down the inner cables. This way you're getting the size exactly right. So I slide the nipples down, get them fitted to the carburetor, do them all up. I'm using the screw-on nipples at the moment, and then snip the cable afterwards. As you can see, I'm sliding it down here. I'd say that way you just can't go wrong with the lengths. I may replace these for the solder-on ones, but these seem pretty good. So it may stay like that, to be honest. So yeah, I've done this, snipped them to the right length, and the cables are absolutely perfect. So during that day, the handlebar grips arrived. So I thought I'd get them on. Well, I got one of them on anyway. So I'm just blocking the end of the handlebars up there, because I'm actually going to blow them up with the airline to slide them on. It's a fairly easy way really, and it saves you spraying anything on there. I know people use air spray and all sorts of things, but this way you've got to use nothing. So basically you're blowing the grip up like a balloon, sort of causing a cushion of air all the way around the grip, and you just slide it on, and then you know you've got no rubbish in your grip with chance of it constantly twisting round on you. I know airspray's supposed to work, but this way yeah, you don't have to use anything. So that's basically it. This is where the day went completely wrong. Oh, I did try the Motor Gadget indicator in there, look, just to see what it looked like, and they look amazing. I know they're ridiculous money, but they look amazing. I don't think I'll be buying any more anytime soon, but who knows. I'm really pleased with how it's coming out so far. So after this I went out to go and do something, and then things just went completely wrong. Right, that's another bit done on the GS. You can probably guess this is now the following day. I don't know if that's in shot. I'm now doing this edit that you're watching. So I have a bit of a routine with the work and the editing. So obviously I'm working all through the day, and then basically I go down the house, I have a bit of dinner, bit of time. I normally go to bed quite early, and then I wake up normally around 3-4 a.m. That's when I do my edits. You know, everybody else is asleep. I get no hassles or bothers, and I can concentrate and do my editing. That's why sometimes the videos go out at silly o'clock in the morning. And now and again, I have little problems. It's all part and parcel of it. Like today again, I think I've got a bit of trouble with one of the plugs on the receiver for this microphone. Obviously, I think it's all working, and I set the video going and it's not picking up the sound. Anyway, that's just a minor thing. I'll sort that out. This is what you get. You get issues along the line. Probably long term, I'll probably look at a different camera for filming with than a GoPro. The GoPros are fantastic, especially obviously when you're going out on the bike and stuff like that. They're small, they're easy to carry. Yeah, they are good. So maybe further down the line I will look at a better camera for doing the filming in here with better sound systems on it and things like that. I don't know, I'll have to look into all that. But anyway, yesterday, about the point where the video got to, I went out to the van. I've got running around to do. I've got a lot of running around to do very soon. Obviously, I've got to pick the forks up. That is a 100-mile round trip. I've got to go and pick the tank and tail unit and mudguard up for this. That is a 110-mile round trip. So there's a fair bit of running around to do. The wheels started coming off a couple of days ago behind the scenes. So Tracy went out and came back and said her car's making a terrible, terrible noise. Okay, here we go. So I went out and oh God, it sounded awful. It's got just one of them cringing death rattles. Turns out it's the timing chain. So I've done a bit of research on that. The timing chain has all these guides and tensioners, and they snap or something along them lines, and then it's all just flapping around, rattling its head off. Luckily, it hasn't done any sort of damage to the main part of the engine. So that's got to come apart, and I've got to replace all the timing chain on that. I thought, okay, that's fine. We've still got the van till I can get round to doing that. So I went out to the van yesterday, and the last time I went out in the van, I'd lost a bit of water. So I topped it back up. This is basically when I went and dropped the forks off. And it's sat outside the house ever since I come back. So I went out to that yesterday because I've got things to do. And I've got water pouring out my exhaust and steam. It started up, it was a bit rough, and it cleared all the signs of an head gasket. Oh God. Oh dear, dear, dear. So at the minute, we have no vehicles. Tracy's daughter's car, starter motor. I had to go and retrieve that from the side of the road. So we've literally got no vehicles. Oh boy. It's crackers. This is why one of the main reasons I want to sort of wind this back to building bikes that I buy in. I build them all in my own time, show you guys as much as possible, not stressing about because other people are involved. Nothing wrong with that. Dan's been absolutely fantastic. This guy's been fully understanding, but I've got to get rid of that bit because I just don't seem to have any luck. I'm not looking for sympathy. Call me the biggest idiot in the world, I really don't mind. You're probably right. I'm certainly not looking for sympathy on this at all. No way. I'm just giving you a sort of an idea how things roll behind the scenes. And my severe bad luck, it's crackers. You couldn't write about it. It's insane. So with the bad luck I get behind the scenes, if I've got no other people involved with stuff that goes on in here, that is far, 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 far less stress for me, if you know what I mean. I'll be just doing a bike I've bought in, doing it exactly how I want it, exactly in my time, and I just sell it at the end of it. And then when things go wrong in between, I'm not stressing because it's affecting nobody else. Because, yeah, that bit really, really, really does stress me out a lot. So anyway, yeah, we have no vehicles. I've got to go and pick the forks back up. I've got to go and pick all the stuff up for the GS, the tank and everything. And now I'm in a spot of trouble. As you can imagine. I can't send it to a garage. Obviously we've got the Mini to fix, we've got Tracy's daughter's car to fix, and now we've got the van to fix. All three cars in this household have gone down. There's no way we can just shell out and bang them all into a garage. It's just, no, the bill's going to be scary. What are most garages now? 60, 70, 80 pounds an hour? I don't know. I'm capable of doing it myself. I've just got to now try and organise all that so I can at least put something back on the road. The van really is priority because of what it does. You know, it's the workhorse. Everything I need to do running around and everything, I do it in the van because normally I'm picking something up or collecting something, and it's normally big, it's normally heavy, and the cars, especially a Mini, and Abby's car is a Fiat 500. Can't really get a lot in them. So the van is high priority. I've got to try and put that right. I've not even looked into it yet. I don't know how much it's. Well, it is. It's going to be a massive job, isn't it? It's egg gasket. That's half the engine coming to bits. And I really do have a genuine hate for working on cars. I really do. I absolutely despise it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I just don't like it. Everything's just fiddly and you can't get in at anything. You have to normally end up taking the front off the damn thing to get at stuff. No doubt half the front's got to come off the van to get it. I haven't looked at it yet. It's a Peugeot Boxer, and no doubt 500 things have got to come off it by the time I can get it, the engine and the egg gasket. It's normally the case. So yeah, behind the scenes is falling apart, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I've got to try and sort all that out. I'd planned a day off on Friday, and I don't know how that's going to go now. I just planned to, because obviously everything's just sort of coming in line with the GS, waiting for all the bits and bobs. And a mate of mine, Gertrude, said, should we go and have a day out? And I was like, yes. Actually, it's probably much needed right now. Just to go and switch off, reset, and think about all this stuff that I've got to put right before my head goes. That's another thing. I know I touch on mental health now and again. I don't try and harp on about it all the time, but it doesn't take much to completely crash. When your mind's a bit weak, those who suffer with it will fully understand when your mind's a bit weak, you can just crash so easy, and I'm doing my utmost best for that not to happen at the moment. Yesterday I was right on the verge of that moment. What I'd done, I just stopped everything. I just went and relaxed and switched off a bit. But it really doesn't take much to put you completely down the drain, and I don't want that to happen. Things have been going so well, we're catching up with stuff. We just had a few major spanners getting thrown into the works behind the scenes. Never mind. So I'm actually might just go and switch off for a day, gather my thoughts, and get a plan how I'm going to tackle all this. Fixing Mini, fixing van, fixing Fiat 500, and getting all the rest of the stuff together for this GS. Anyone got a magic wand? Any Harry Potters out there? Oh well, it's one of them. I'll just thank you for putting up with my nonsense and videos going wrong and rubbish sound and all that. I appreciate it so much that you're sticking around and supporting the channel. I appreciate it immensely. Anyway, I don't even know what time it is. It's silly early in the morning still, and I'm going to go and set my day up now. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.